Test 1, 2. Test, test, test. All right. All right, bingo. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Great to see you here today. Excited to have another awesome day in OFA. Look at that, Doug with a hand right up. Great to see you guys. If anybody else has any questions, please do feel free to raise your hands. We're going to get right into it today. Beautiful, Nikhil, I see you as well. Let's get it started. Doug, we're going to start with you. How are we today, my friend?
Go ahead, start with Nikhil. I'll be second.
Sounds great. We can start with Nikhil. How are we today, Nikhil? See if I can hit my little button here. Nikhil, if you just want to unmute yourself, we can get started. Interesting. I'm not hearing you. Sure, take your time. No worries. Yep, take your time, Nikhil. No worries. Happens to me almost every day. Sure, that sounds great, Nikhil. Yep. Cool. Nikhil is just going to leave. He's going to rejoin. See if that fixes it. Or Doug, though. So at least we know it works. Hopefully. Oh, okay, Doug, I see you.
Okay, you got me here, Dante?
Yep.
Okay, don't be afraid to speak up again. Okay, so where I'm at here is we talked yesterday about doing the I can't think of the word, the retroactive email sequencing,
Yes.
the workspace. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I went and spent some time and I got 3 emails here. So I like to look at it and try to understand this a little bit more and
Sure.
and get this sent off. Um, Now my question is, the email editor is not. It's a little bit of a learning curve. It seems a little clunky to me compared to the funnel editor when you kind of used to that. But is that just my impression of it, or is this it's built a little differently, correct? It
It's
seems like
built
it.
a little differently, not much though. The only difference in the email editor and your funnel editor is in the email editor, we don't have sections. So in
Right.
emails, it's just rows and elements, rows and elements. Aside from that, everything is the exact same.
Okay. Okay. Um, and then in terms of when people build out these long email sequences, I mean, honestly, I don't know if I'm supposed to be using funnel scripts. I'm using AI. If I need to get an email sequence of like a competitor and sign up and then kind of look at what they're doing and put that, do a copy and paste and put that into AI for my sequence because honestly, it was pretty hard. I think my 3 emails turned out good, but it was kind of, a bit of work to get them to be good. And so I'm just kind of thinking, not trying to be, you know, a Don or Doug or something like that. But it just seems like there's it's a lot of effort. Maybe once you get set up 7 days, then you get 30, then you just use that as a template. But it's kind of it seemed like it was challenging to get these 3 anyways, and I need more than that. So just kind of forward thinking on how to approach it and mix it up a little bit, so you're not saying the same thing 7 days in a row.
Uh, yes. Email sequences, just like funnels, they're always the hardest the first time you make it. But the next time you launch your funnel, You already have this email sequence built and created, and you're just attaching it. And the work, you don't have this work the second time. It's that that's how everything goes in this world, gang. The first is
Seems
always
like
the
it.
hardest.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get
So
through it one at a time. Okay, so I'm here right now. So can you guide me through it? Let me show you what I have.
yes, and when it comes to how to create your emails, if you want to use funnel
Yeah.
scripts, if you have access to it and you want to use funnel scripts, I'm still a huge fan. It still writes fantastic copy. If you don't have funnel scripts, just go to AI.
Yeah. Yeah. I do. Thank you for bringing that up. That was on my question. I don't know if I have this on my list, but I do have funnel scripts somewhere as part of my membership. I've just never, I have to figure out where to get it. I think it's under my courses or something like that, or, I just need to find it, and I've never used it actually.
Oh, okay. So you probably just have to log into it then. The URL is members.funnelscripts.com. I'll put that in the chat for you.
I might have it saved in my, I might have it saved um, in my favorites.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Beautiful. Yeah, then you can go there. You can definitely use funnel scripts. It's still awesome.
Okay. Well, I want to ask you a bunch of questions about that until I have a chance to get in there and look around.
Sure.
Um, okay. So here we're at here. So I got the workflow trigger. I think you said it didn't matter whether you had to send email or the add tags first. I just added the tag first, then the send email, the pause, which is holding them 119 here. We talked about that.
Yep.
Delay for 1 day. Um, so basically the welcome email, delay for 1 day, send the first, or actually the second email,
Mm-hmm.
delay, send the third. So these are the three emails I have
Cool.
going right now. And they're ready to go. So they're all done.
Beautiful. So you ready to back populate then?
Yeah, yeah. And I'm trying to understand if you could just remind me. Yeah, I'm ready to do that exactly. And
Cool.
um,
Top right, click to the right of your status. Click that button.
this one here.
Right there. Just above that, actually. You can close that down.
I have to. Okay. Oh, here. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, right there. And then back populate.
Okay.
Huh?
So tell me what's happening again and explain it so other people can
Okay,
understand
so
what's going
bingo.
on
So
here.
anybody that's gone through your funnel and anybody that's gone into this workflow but did not receive the emails are now back populating. So these emails will go out to the people that are inside of this workflow. So now they're going through the sequence. That's it. It's as simple as that, Doug. Last thing we want to do, let's remove the pause step because you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
your 115 people on the pause.
Right.
Yup.
Okay.
So they're
Now,
gonna, uh-huh.
okay. Before I do that,
Sure.
so what about the people that I sent out the broadcast to? I mean, because I'm on my second week, of course, we discussed that. I'm on the second week of my 2 week ad
Yep.
in a couple days now. So I did send three individual broadcasts, two of them targeting men and one of them targeting just the women. So
Sure.
what happens with those and then everybody going forward?
Well, with what exactly the broadcasts?
Well, yeah, because you said this is going to send everybody that hasn't received an email, but there are like everybody received. I sent three broadcasts out to different parts of my list. Okay,
Yes,
because I have the men and the women. Okay,
your
so I
your
sent out
work.
two separate. Go ahead.
Yes, your workflows and your broadcasts are separate. They're disconnected.
Okay,
We can of course connect them, and I can have certain actions happen based on broadcasts, yada yada. But for this function right now, your workflow that is completely separate from your broadcast. So it doesn't matter if you emailed them the
okay,
broadcast or not.
okay. I just want to make sure.
Nice.
So then they
Mm-hmm.
might get a duplicate email or whatever, but this is going to be like yeah, separate from the broadcast, which is good to know. And this is
Yes.
just going to be So will it will send everybody that's on hold here or on pause, even though like there's this hundred, there's maybe 50 more that opted in. So
Well, you
what's
see, look at your pause step. It just went from
yeah,
119 to 126, and now it's climbing. So, like, as you made this workflow after you launched the funnel, and some people didn't get to go through it, the people that didn't go through the workflow properly are now being back populated in. So they're all going through the workflow now. Does that make sense?
I think so. So this 119 is climbing. I think it was 119. It's 125.
Yeah, it was 119 right before you back populated. Now it's climbing. People that did not go through properly when it was not made, they're now going through the workflow. All we have to do is get rid of the pause step, and we are rocking here, Doug. Oh, let's not just delete. Let's not
Oh,
just delete. Cancel that,
yeah,
please.
yeah.
I'd like you to click three dots and then settings, and let's release them. Bingo. There we go. Now, let's just give this 10 minutes, Doug, just so it has time to do its thing. After 10 minutes, then you can click the X and you can totally remove the pause step.
Okay, I can do that a little later
Nice.
today. And then I have basically all these days to add to my workflow for follow-up emails
Yes, you have
after
2 or 3 days. I think you have 2 days based on your delays.
Right, right, right. Okay. Okay. Um, my next question is um on I do have a domain when you asked me about the professional email and I was
Yes.
trying to do the reply to I do have pbchicks.com and I have a couple in that workspace. I just need to figure out how to set up the email. I guess I haven't set up the email in GoDaddy or Namecheap or whatever, but I do have the domain, so I can once I figure that out that I can add that to it. My my issue here is, or my question here is on this page here where I have the terms and conditions on the very bottom. When I made this, um, I was kind of happy, kind of excited that I got this linked and I made a page. But my problem is I have to update the terms and conditions, and
Mm-hmm.
I can't find where I can't find I can't find where that is.
Okay, cool. Let's check it out. While we're here, click your text that says terms.
Yep, yep, okay.
And now copy that URL for me.
Yeah. Um, So, oh, right here, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
It's my marketing. Okay, yeah. Paste it
Okay,
up
great.
here.
Let's exit the editor top left.
Let me get rid of that. Okay, okay. I look for it in
Now,
like yeah,
are you on a Mac or a PC?
a PC.
Okay, press Control K on your keyboard.
Okay, Control K.
Nice. Now, so this is a really cool search function that we have natively inside of ClickFunnels. If you're ever
Wow.
searching for like funnels or anything, you can just press this and then you can go search for anything. Uh, Paste that
Huh.
URL in there, please, Doug.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not like a landing page I made. It's not a funnel.
Okay, cool. So those are all just docs. Let's close that down.
Okay.
Close that again. You can just click off to the side. Nice. Let's scroll down. Let me just check it out right here. I don't think it's going to be here, and it's not. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, all the way down, keep going. And it's not. No worries. Let's exit the editor top left.
Yeah.
Okay. So you probably made it as a funnel. Let's go.
Thought I did.
Which funnel were you working on with your Zest for Life?
Um, well, I don't have that as a workspace. I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. The Zest for Life.
Yeah, like it, That terms and conditions, it's probably just in the back of one of your other funnels.
Yeah,
I so the question then just comes down to which funnel. It
yeah,
probably would have been one of the very first ones that you worked on. So scroll to the very bottom of this list.
yeah. This is just a lot of stuff that I mean, there's 29 in here. There's some
Okay,
comments
and those are
here.
all okay. Go back to page 1.
Okay. Yeah, it's just kind of a conundrum. I'm like, where did it go? I created it,
Scroll
obviously.
down.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, because I want to make sure the terms are in there that it, that it ends
those are
in
all
two,
the
2 weeks, not the
launches.
7 days, so people, aren't complaining that got.
Right. Why don't we just make a new terms page so we don't have to deal with this anymore, Doug? That'll be the easiest thing in the world. Let's just go back to your funnel.
All right, all right.
And while
And
we do that too, in that new browser tab you have, go paste your terms link in there.
yeah, 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 right. Um, so I
Yep.
could probably copy and paste this, maybe, I'm thinking.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, copy all
So
that text.
yeah, okay. What's that?
Copy all that text.
Okay,
Bingo. Back to your funnel.
okay.
And let's go into it.
Okay. Yeah, it's just kind of buried there somewhere.
All right, let's go add a step at the very end.
That's
Bingo. And that'll be a page. Yep. New page, top right.
okay.
Name it.
I forget which one
Probably,
this one was. Was this terms and conditions?
yeah, terms and conditions. I'd probably name it Pickle Chicks Terms and Conditions.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Description. Ba, 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 ba.
Oh, you don't need a description right now.
Okay, gotcha,
Yeah, you can
gotcha.
update
Okay.
that later.
Let me do this is better. This is easy. Well, this URL will show up, so I want this is forward facing, right?
Well, the URL, what you're typing in the name shows in the URL just down below, but you can change the URL from the name. So name it whatever you like, and then we can make the URL whatever you like. I would
Okay.
probably leave
Create
that
page.
URL. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Create page. Okay.
Go ahead and create. That's right.
I'm not
Enter the
indexing in
editor.
search engines. Go ahead.
Enter the editor. Yeah, no, we do not want to index that. If
Right.
if Google ever pulls your URL, we don't want to send them to terms. We want to send them to the
Yeah,
opt-in
yeah,
page.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay, add an element or add a section, blank section, one column row,
Yep.
and a paragraph.
Paragraph.
And you actually don't have to drag. You can just click it.
Okay.
Nice. There we go. All right. Highlight your text and paste. Bingo. There it is. Now just dress it up, make it pretty, make it like you want, rocking and rolling.
Okay, I'll just say this here. I can do the yeah the font. Do the pull the then I can pull the URL from the privacy policy basically and do the same thing. Would I add it as a step below this?
Yes, make each one their own pages.
Okay, okay. So it's best instead of you think 'cause I think there's two options like we're doing here. You can put it on. I think I didn't originally put it on the funnel just for brevity or whatever, but you can do it either way. You recommend incorporate it in the funnel or normally have a separate like funnel page or something just or this was a situation to put it here because we couldn't find it wherever else it was.
Yeah, it's a great question. I typically it's an old habit of mine from ClickFunnels Classic days, but I always just have the terms and conditions and the privacy policy at the very end of each funnel, so it's always there and organized. If you wanted to, Doug, you could create pages and you could have these be standalone pages. There's
Right.
no right or wrong, to be quite honest. Either way works.
Okay. Okay. I'll have to work through that as I get a little more familiar. Okay. I know there's a couple other guys waiting. Let me process this and if there's still time and I got another question, I'll jump back on in the end.
Cool. Sounds great, Doug. Good job.
Okay. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. All right.
All right. Nikhil is back. Let's give it a try.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Thank you. Thank you for your patience.
Always.
I will bring up my screen so you can guide me.
Great.
And just to recollect the memories, we met a couple of days back when I started sharing my first ever attempt. And I have made progress on the feedback which you had shared with me. So let me know when you can see my screen. This is not what I want you to see. I want you to see my funnels, which is here.
Bingo.
Are you
Nice.
So let me narrate the changes I have made.
Sure.
Uh, First of all, everyone who comes to this page will be my warm audience. They have read my book, they liked it enough, they scanned a QR code which is there, and now they come here. My goal is to slowly nurture them and hopefully have them sign up for a discovery call with me, which could take to a more coaching engagement. So when they scan the QR code, they will land here.
Are
This
they
will tell them.
scanning the QR code in this book, Level 10 Leader?
That's correct. So the book
Okay.
has a QR code at multiple places, also at the back cover of the book. The intent is that book almost acts as a free lead builder. And
Yep.
when they read the book, they would love to do more about it. And that QR code can help them come here,
Yep.
which is why
Gotcha.
I'm choosing not to have too much details about the book itself because they have read the book. And now
Well,
they
and I
want to do
think
something.
yes. Okay, so I just want to make sure I'm clear on that. They came here to this page by scanning a QR code that was inside the Level
That's
10
correct.
Leader book.
That's correct.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So I may have a different funnel for someone who has not even purchased the book, but for now I'm focusing on anyone who has already purchased the book, they have read it, and now they want to do something more than just reading the book.
Yes.
So which is why this is probably less informative versus most other book funnels maybe. So on the first page, I just tell them
But
that
this isn't a book funnel, is it, Nikhil?
it's not a book funnel. So I'm not selling books through it. I'm
This is an
actually
appointment booking funnel, realistically.
eventually, yes. So, and that's what I will discuss with you in a second. So
Well,
when someone
Nikhil,
lands here,
before we dive into this, I need to step away for just a quick moment. Give me 2
sure,
seconds. I'll be right back.
sure.
Okay, let's get after it, Nikhil.
Sure.
This is going
And
to be fun.
I don't know if there's a way I can share my screen and still see you, so I will have to manage it.
Yeah,
And
sorry. It's kind of hard when you're sharing.
yeah, and I'm on a single screen today, so that's one of the challenges, but nevertheless, let me bring it up again. So Dante, my plan is that my book is acting as a funnel magnet, if you may.
Yep.
Then, when they come here, I want to excite them with more value options. For example, I have a 10-day email course, which they can sign up immediately, and I've already set that up. In a few weeks, hopefully, I will have more content. I plan to have a short online course which they can take, a workbook which they can take, and some of those could be free, some of them could be at a small cost. And eventually, my goal is they get so excited that they book a discovery call with me where I can excite them for a high ticket coaching program. So that's the kind of path I'm trying to imagine right now.
It's perfect. Lead magnet to a low price point product to high ticket coaching.
That's
Perfect.
correct. Absolutely. So based on your feedback, I've made few corrections. So I've added this text here.
Ooh,
Because
Nikhil, I'm actually not seeing your funnel. I'm seeing Zoom.
oh, let me try one more time. I'm sorry.
All good.
Let me share.
Oh, I'm excited. This is going to be fun.
I hope so. It lives to that expectation. So can you see now my
Yes, perfect.
Thank you. Thank you. So last time you had mentioned that I had a lot of white space in between. So I've entered this text here. Enter your email below to kickstart your 10-day level 10 course. So then they enter the address here. I've also changed the text which was coming on this button. Yes, start my day one now. Click here and check your inbox. So as of now, I'm only ready with that 10-day email course, which I've already built in ClickFunnels. So once they
Great.
enter their email, they will immediately start getting one day at a time an email course. And in few weeks, I may have more content which I can start circulating to them.
Okay, here's my initial thoughts. Did they buy the book or did they get it for free?
They buy the book. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So it's interesting to go from buy to free and then back to buy. So typically once somebody buys, we want to keep them on a buying track, continuing purchases and continuing value given. However, I really like what you're doing here, Nikhil. It's so interesting. I've received this question for the past 8 years, and just watching the market in this past year, this is the truest thing I can tell you. Deliver massive value and deliver the value for free. Reciprocity is a real thing. It is one of the greatest tools in marketing. And there are $1 million businesses being born every single day from people just delivering massive value to customers and letting them reach out and say, this is how we get people to literally throw credit cards at us. And it works.
Yeah.
So you can absolutely give away a 10-day email sequence. You can do it as an unadvertised bonus. So as I'm saying all this, the one thing I'm seeing on this page, and I believe it's really coming from the mock-up, as I see this, everything feels to me like it's about the level 10 leader book, because that's the mock-up we have on the page. You know, the mock-up, just for everybody else, being the actual picture on there. So you're selling a 10-day email sequence. You're selling your frameworks. Really, all you need, Nikhil, is a different mock-up on this page that actually shows the frameworks. Maybe some of the stuff is kind of blurred out to introduce a little bit of curiosity. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's just a clear, very easy to see mock-up. But that would be a mock-up now about your frameworks, and it would reset the lens that I'm looking at through this page at. So exclusive for early readers. Unlock the formula to become a level 10 leader in 100 days. That's the 10-day email sequence that you want to give them?
Yeah, so it starts with a 10-day email sequence. Then they will get a workbook, which they can use to apply everything they have learned in the book or the 10-day course. And I'm taking one step at a time. One day I will have an online course as well, which they can sign up for, so on and so forth. So I want to offer some value through this 100 days so that they find it so exciting enough that they can sign up for my high ticket coaching program.
Correct. And what is the 100 days?
You mean what will all happen in 100 days?
Yes, because I'm going to get a 10-part email sequence.
Yeah.
But what else am I going to, like, what else comes with that 100 days?
Yeah, so my coaching program is actually called Become a Level 10 Leader in 100 Days, where if you sign up every week, we will have a coaching session, and we keep multiplying that over the course of 100 days. There are assessments built in through which you can become a level 10 leader. So this is the first step towards that journey. But since I'm selling a high ticket coaching program, everyone who reads the book may not find it compelling enough to sign up immediately. So I want to nurture them slowly through the 10-day email course plus a workbook, and then they can sign up for the program.
Okay, but this 10-day email sequence and the workbook, this is not your 100-day program.
This
correct?
is not a part of my, no, that's correct.
So when they opt in here and they get the workbook and they get the 10-part email sequence,
yeah,
is that it? Like
That's it.
they have the things that you promised them. They have the tools, right?
Yeah. So my book QR code, and I think I should have my book ready with me next time, actually says scan here to get free resources. So I want to live up to that
Bingo.
promise and not give them a surprise that you said it is free and now you're asking me for $9. So they'll scan the book
Yes.
QR code, they'll get free resources like this 10-day email sequence or a workbook, which I can happily offer for free.
Yep.
And once these are over, for example, on day number 11, once they have gone through my 10-day email course, I will have them probably a video sales letter that you have gone through my 10-day email course. I hope you found it useful enough. Do you want to build more on that? If yes, click here and we can have a discovery call.
Okay. Yes. You just hit the nail on the head, Nikhil. This is your
Okay.
resource page.
Yeah.
So instead of showing a mock-up of the book, the level 10 leader book, we should have a mock-up of the resources that we're giving to our customers. And then like right up here, the top headline, begin your transformation from a reader to a level 10 leader today. That's not super descriptive. Like my favorite quote about marketing, Nikhil, is don't be cute, be clear. And that's what this should be a clear, concise page. That top headline should say your private resources for being a level 10 leader or level 10 leader private resources. That's what the top banner should say.
Understand.
And then the headlines, this says exclusive for early readers. Is it really exclusive for early readers or is it just a resource page?
Got it.
Right. Unlock the formula to become a level 10 leader in 100 days. Whoa, 100 days? Wait, hold on. What 100 days? I just wanted my resources. So literally just take out the 100 days. Another thing I really want to point out too, as you're correctly talking about the early stages of your value ladder, we don't want to introduce 100 days yet. 100 days feels like work. 100 days feels like effort. Now, when you get your customers to the point that you're going to sell them your high ticket coaching, 100 days will not seem like so much work. But at this point in the customer journey, 100 days is going to seem quite daunting. We want fast, actionable results, which is what your resources are. So you did perfect here. We're just going to have to tweak the copy a little bit to really not be cute, be clear on what they are. You like here, you have good marketing message. You're not just a reader, you're a leader. But instead of saying that, we just need to be clear. So we could just say, go from reader to leader with your free resources. Let's look at the rest of this. You're on your way to becoming a level 10 leader. The book gave you the first 10% of growth. Now it's time for the 20% coaching and the 70% real world application. Let's take that next step together because leaders aren't born. They choose to be coached into greatness. Awesome paragraph. Fantastic copy. I just don't know that it goes here, right? Like, again, now that we're looking at this page through the lens of what it is, a resource page, I think we can just do simple tweaks to the copy, right? You're on your way to becoming a level 10 leader. The book gave you the first 10% of growth. Now it's time for 20% coaching and 70% application. You have let's, which implies a partnership. Let's take the next steps together, which would be good if you're trying to get them to go to your coaching. But on this page, in this case right now, we are not. So literally just take away let's and watch it transform. Take the next steps. Take that next step with your free resources because leaders aren't born. They choose to be coached into greatness. See what I'm saying with that?
I love it.
Cool. Great. So then down here, we have our check marks. 10-day level 10 challenge. That is what they're getting, correct?
As of now, yes, that's the one thing which is ready.
Beautiful. And your descriptor is build momentum with daily leadership habits. How are you giving them those habits? Are you going to be going live every day?
No, they're getting those email sequences, which are again through ClickFunnels. So each email will have a short description of a habit they have to learn. It will have a case study and a reflection challenge for them.
Ah, beautiful. Fantastic. Then we have the leadership level assessment. Pinpoint your strengths and growth areas. is that going to come along with this?
No, that is a resource I'm yet to develop. So there are 3 resources I plan to have in this resources page, as you have rightly pointed. The first one is the 10-day email course, which is ready and it is already active. The
Yep.
second one is an assessment, which they can take to figure out what their strengths are and what they can do better.
Yep.
And third one is a companion workbook. So these are the 3 free resources I'm offering. And maybe I should have 3 visuals or 3 mock-ups for those 3 resources.
Now, what I think we should do, Nikhil, is I think we should add to this funnel, and I think we should have a breakdown of each thing farther down below. But you're again right in making a beautiful above the fold that's clean and concise. And many of your people, especially because they already purchased, and especially because we're remembering this is a resource page that you tell them about in the book. So you're right, they're warm, if not hot, when they come here. I think it would be good to add down below a block, a section for each thing. So 10-day challenge, and then just a paragraph. These are 10 emails that go out once a day that comes with a case study, this and that, to help you achieve this result. A little bit more descriptors I think would be good, but not the end of the world. You don't need it right now. This is a resource page that they're warm coming to. So, and everything is ready except the assessment, correct?
No, actually, as of now, only the 10-day email course is ready. My companion workbook is next to be ready, and then I have to work on an assessment platform.
Okay, cool. You can launch this right now. As long as you, here's how the secret to launching, as long as you have one of the resources and assets ready, you can launch. You can deliver on the thing. And then, so you can launch this now as you're building the resources, start acquiring these leads, get people to the resources, and build as you go. That's definitely what I would recommend you do, because you have people reading your book and they're looking for the resources. So we got to get this page up, and any assets you have will start with that. Does that all make sense?
It's already live. So I chose to get going immediately. So my page is already live, and I have a few people who have signed up.
Good.
And I also took your help of having Microsoft Clarity embedded now. So I'm seeing how people are showing up. Still not a lot of traffic, but hopefully it will start building up in future. And if I go to my funnel, here is my 10-day email sequence, which I have built in.
Perfect.
So this is how it is working. Everyone who reaches the page, then we start the email sequence. So you can see there were about 6 people who have so far come. A few of them were my own email addresses, so I would ignore them.
Sure.
Then I have a delay for a day, then they go to the next day challenge, and so on and so forth. So I have this for all 10 days. On the 11th day, I may insert something else, which could be download a workbook, or in some cases, click here to book a discovery call with me once they have been nurtured enough.
There it is. It won't be more resources at the end. You're going to deliver and fulfill all your resources in email 1. Email 1 is, thanks so much. Here's all of your resources. Link, 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 link. You deliver on the front end. The last emails, you have 10. So email 11, 12, and 13 will all be about taking the next step in the journey, which in your case is either going to be the low price point product or high ticket coaching.
Correct.
Nice.
That's my intent to have it.
I want to see one thing here in your workflow, Nikhil. At the very end, I want you to add a pause step.
Here?
Yep, correct.
Yeah.
And then pause. Beautiful. So what this does is, like, you don't have the emails that you want to send out yet. So by putting a pause step here, let's say it takes you more than 10 days to come up with these emails. So somebody goes through the workflow and they make it to email 10.
Yeah.
By putting a pause step here, they're literally going to sit right at the pause step. Do me a favor. On the pause step, click the 3 dots and then settings. And now we'll see a red button that says release, or it's a black button. Don't click it right now, but you can have your people sit right here on the pause step. You can go make those emails, and then when the emails are ready, you click release, and then they go right through the rest of those emails.
Love it. I love that.
Nice. Great.
Perfect. One quick question while I have you.
Please.
So Like you rightly said, this is actually a resources page, so I will rewrite the copy. Should I have one call to action, or should I have multiple call to action, that click here to get your 10-day course, click here to get your assessment, or what do you suggest?
You should just have one call to action, and all resources and assets, all of them should be sent in the first email. Because just remembering customer journey, I read the book, and in the book you talked about the resources, and you told me to scan the QR code. So I scanned the QR code, and I come here to a page that right at the top says claim your free level 10 resources. The page is telling me here you're getting resources. Here's the resources: 10-day challenge, assessment, workbook. On the right-hand side is a mock-up of those 3 resources, so people know, oh, great, these are the things. They opt in, boom, you deliver everything to them right there, one shot. They use what they want to use.
Got it.
There's 2 reasons we do that. Number 1, over-delivering. We always want to make the customer journey as smooth and pleasurable as possible. Number 2, I want to decrease the amount of support requests. I love business. Business is amazing. The one thing I despise about business is answering support tickets. Now, this is me as a person, but I don't want you guys to have to do it either. So if you start putting click this button for this button for this, well, now people are forgetting to click buttons. They're, oh, I wish I had this asset. Now they email you. How do I get this? You have to send them a link. Just send it all to them at once. It's going to decrease support requests tremendously.
Love it. So it works well for my email sequence. It works well for my workbook, which can be a quick download, which they can do. My assessment is actually an online assessment. It could be through a score app or Typeform or something else. So how do I manage that in the same one click to action button?
Great question. That's all in email 1. So the email 1 that you send them, they put in their email here. They click the button here. That sends them into your workflow. Now, once they're in the workflow, the first email is always the fulfillment email. This is where you say, thank you so much for claiming your level 10 resources. All your links are below. Make sure to click all the links to get all the amazing resources I have for you. And there you would have, just like you have on your funnel, where you have your bullet list, get this thing, this thing, this thing. In the email, you have the exact same. You have, get this thing, click here. Get this thing, click here. The click here might be to your internal assets, like maybe a workbook. You want to share that URL, cool beans. Or it might be an external URL like the Score app.
Yeah. The only reason I was hesitant about that is I read very low click to open ratio. So a lot of people, they get emails, but they don't open it. So I don't want anyone to be missed out that they were prompt enough to come to my web page. Now, only a small portion of them will probably enter their email. Then even a smaller portion of them will actually bother to open that email. So I may lose some consumer in the process. So I was hoping that once they are on the page, I keep them hooked. So if you click a button, it immediately pops you up to a new assessment which you can take. Or it takes you to a download center where you can download the book immediately, something like that. So I don't want them to be dependent on emails.
So that's also our thank you page deal. On your thank you page, your thank you page is going to start like this. Headline, congratulations, you get your resources. And it's probably going to be another mock-up of the resources, another image right there, and then a subheadline. Click the buttons below to claim your resources. Let me show you exactly what I'm thinking here. This will make so much more sense.
Thank you. If you have a page I can hack, that would help me a lot.
Yes, I absolutely do. So let me stop. Oops, that's not going to work. And my stream deck is down. Okay, no worries. We can figure this out. Here it is. Here it is. Now you are seeing correct. You're seeing that. Okay, let's do it. So we're going to go to our funnel. Let's just add a new page really quick. Page, bingo, name it whatever, create. So you're going to make a thank you page just like this. I'm a huge fan, Nikhil, of over-delivering on my fulfillment as much as I am my products and services. I'm going to have an email, the first email that goes out, that is a confirmation email that has all of their links inside of it. I'm also going to do the same thing on my thank you page because some customers are used to going to emails to get assets. Some customers are used to thank you pages. I'm over delivering on all of it. So let's build. We're going to add a new section. It's going to be a 1-column row. To that, I'm going to add a headline, and I'm going to say something like that. Add an element. I'll then add an image. This will probably be another image of the same exact mock-up that you had on your opt-in page. Congruency. So they know, oh, yep, these are the things that I'm getting. Then we'd hop down here, add a new, I'd probably add a sub-headline right here, sorry. I'd go here, I'd add a sub-headline, and I would say, something like that. Then we'll add a new section, blank section. Then I'm going to add a 3-column row because you have 3 resources. I'm going to add a headline. I'm going to say resource 1. You can make this text say whatever you want, of course. Then I'm just going to start cloning. We're going to move this one. Oops, this one over here. We're going to move this one right over here. Bingo. This is going to be resource 2. And this is going to be, you guessed it, resource 3. We're going to hop down here, and I'll probably add an element. If you have an image, like a mock-up of each individual thing, which you will in making the mock-up, you will have that. So resource 1 was the 10-day email sequence. Resource 1, you would have a little simple mock-up about it. Let me do it quickly here. Let's clone, and then let's clone. And I'm just dragging and dropping, dragging and dropping. So now we have a mock-up for each of our resources. Then I might want to come down here and I might want to add a paragraph element. I might not. It just depends on if you think your customers need more info. In this case, they probably don't need a whole paragraph. They probably just want like maybe a little bit of text of the thing is, you know, what the thing actually is. Just a little something. And then so we'll clone this, we'll clone this, we'll move this guy right here, we'll move this guy right here. Bingo. Lastly, we're going to go here and we're going to add a button. Now, I'm going to clone it. You guessed it. I'm going to clone it, and I'm going to drag, and I'm going to drag. So bingo, just like that, I made my simple thank you page. Somebody opts in. Congratulations. Claim your bonuses below. Mock-up of the bonuses. Click the buttons below to download your resources right away. Here are the resources. And now you can just link the buttons, right? So this one might actually not have a button because this one might have directions. Each day you'll receive an email. You can put those directions right there. This one would have a button because this would probably be a button that is set to go to, and it would go to the URL of your scoring or your survey or whatever you're doing there. This number 3, this would have a button, and this would go to the URL of your actual workbook, the asset itself. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much, Dante.
Premium, and that's the game over and over and over and over. Customer opts in, customer buys a book, customer does something, customer journey leading to the next funnel, customer journey leading to the next funnel, over and over again.
Yeah, and I'll not take too much time, Dante. I appreciate that. I'm trying to see as much as I can do my work within ClickFunnels. So I think I can create an online course through it. So that helps me. I do not know if I can do a scoring assessment, which tells people exactly where are they on their level 10 assessment, what are their strengths and weaknesses. So I was told I should try things like Score App or Typeform, but I would take your input if it is possible without using all of that.
We do have a survey app inside of ClickFunnels, and with our survey app, you can make surveys and quizzes. The answers are weighted properly so that they do actually receive scores at the end of it. You can do that right inside of ClickFunnels, Nikhil. I just want to be honest with you. Many people are using Typeforms, and many people are using other survey tools and then embedding those on their funnels themselves. Our surveys are good, but they're getting worked on right now, and they'll be right in the near future. Right now, if you were my personal client, Nikhil, I would tell you to use an outside scoring app for that, like Score.
So I've been told Score app as an option or Typeform as an option. Do you have a recommendation?
Both of those are really great. I don't think I have. Let me just double check and make sure I'm not forgetting one. Survey Monkey has been around forever. I like them. But aside from that, no, I don't have Survey Monkey, and that's the only other recommendation.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dante. I appreciate all the time you gave me today.
Oh, always a pleasure. Great questions, Nikhil, and
Thank
great
you.
work on the funnel. That looks fantastic. We'll put the right words on there for the customers in their journey, and I can't wait to see the launch.
I will do that. Thank you.
Awesome. Great job, man. All right, let's hop over to Patricia. Good morning, Patricia.
Good morning. Let me share my screen.
Please do.
Is that it? Which one?
It's always a fun game trying to find the right screen.
Okay. This is where when you enter my email, my website address, this is the page that it brings me to. And I don't know, this is probably something I've done over the last 4 years, but I don't know how to get back to it to change it. Turn it off or whatever. I don't know what to do with this.
Yes, I can help you with this. Let me just double check too. On fire.com. Right, I'm getting that. So yeah, I probably know what we did here. Yep, we can get you squared away, Patricia. Let's go back to your ClickFunnels account, please.
Okay, and this is
Lovely.
another thing too. You see, I've got all these live
Yes.
funnels. I shouldn't have anything live. I don't know where they came, or over the years, I probably just put stuff in there, but I want to like start off kind of clean, and I got all this stuff in here that's throwing me off.
Okay, cool. I can show you how to fix that. It's going to be really simple. We're going to have to go into each funnel and turn it off live, but we can do that. Go into that for me.
Where?
What is that? Remix Community on Fire. Okay, go into that second funnel. Change.
This one?
Yeah. Okay, preview that first page, please. If you just put your... Yes, beautiful. Let me just see what comes up. Okay, this is not what I just saw. Great. We can close this tab down.
Oops.
Nice. Great. Okay. So do you want to turn this funnel off, make it not live?
I don't want anything live because I'm not ready to go. I don't have anything ready for live.
Okay, cool. You're going to have to do this on each funnel itself, but all we have to do, go to your main funnel settings, top right. Go into any funnel that is live and you want to be not live. Beautiful. And now top right, main funnel settings. It's a little settings bar. Zoom's probably in the way. Yep, right there. Beautiful. Test mode is what we're looking for. Your test mode is on no right now. Test mode no is live. So put test mode to yes. Correct. Scroll to the very bottom and update. Lovely. Now you can see in the top right there, the funnel's gone from live to test mode. So it is no longer technically live.
Okay.
Let's exit top left.
Exit top left. Okay.
And then there we go. We can see this funnel is no longer live. It's showing as test. Yep. So all those funnels that are live right there, go ahead, do one for me. Let's do it together, just so we're sure that we know. Oh, you went into the settings of it. No, just click back right here on your breadcrumbs. There's a little back button.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, and go hop in. Just click the name of that funnel. Correct. Where do we go now? Yes.
Settings.
That's right.
Test.
Yes. You're a pro. So you'll do that for
Okay.
all of your live funnels. Now let's go check out your domain. Go to your workspace settings, please. Bottom left. Oops, that one. And domains, right there. Okay, Remix Community on Fire. There it is. Click that domain, please. Okay, scroll down, and we can see our domain usage. So it is on a site, and that's what I was really looking for. That domain is connected to your site, and that is what is showing. So now that we know that, let's go get you fixed up. You can click back in the top left.
Top left.
Lovely. Okay, let's go to your site and blog app. Nice. Get my drawings out of here. And let's go to site settings. Bingo. Scroll down just a little bit, please.
Let me turn that off. Okay. Scroll down.
And right here. So there's two things that we can do here, Patricia. Number one, in our site availability, we could make it coming soon. And if we make it coming soon, ClickFunnels will put up a coming soon page. So anybody who goes to the domain sees coming soon. It's under construction, it's being built. Or we can just remove the domain from the site itself. There's no real right or wrong answers. But let me ask you a question. Do you plan on using a site in the near future, Patricia? Or are you going to be creating funnels to promote offers as an affiliate?
Both.
Both. What's your immediate need?
My immediate need is a lead funnel, an opt-in funnel where I have my lead magnet of a leader's guide. That's
Yep.
my first goal project.
As it should be. That's absolutely right on the money, Patricia. The first funnel, if possible, should be a lead funnel so we can acquire leads and direct our traffic. That's absolutely right. Now, do you want to use that domain, Remix Community on Fire? Do you want to use that for your opt-in funnel?
Yes.
Okay, great. What I want to do then is let's just remove the domain from your site. That way it's not connected to the site and you can just use it on the funnel. Does that sound good?
I don't know what that, I don't know. Does that mean when you type in that address, it'll take me to the funnel?
Yes. It'll take them to
yeah,
the...
that's what I want. Yeah.
Good. Now, in the future, we can change all this up. You can have this domain as your website. But for right now, you're right on the money. This is exactly what we should be doing. So hit that domain drop. Please, go ahead.
Because I really don't want a website. I want to just do the funnel thing. So I just built that website because I thought that was something that funnels required, but I don't want to use it if it's not necessary.
You are absolutely right. You can have your domain go right to your funnel so that now as you're making your post on social media, you can just say, go to Remix Community on Fire to get your leader's guide today. As you go speak on stage, you go talk to somebody at the grocery store, bagging up your items, right? You can just give people this domain and it'll always take them right to that funnel.
That's what I want.
Bingo. I agree completely. So let's hit that drop down for me, the domain drop down right there. Just click the box. Beautiful. And now choose your subdomain, the My Workspace one. Yes. Great. Scroll to the bottom and save, please. Update, excuse me.
Oh, you guys are...
And bingo, just like that, Patricia. Give this like 5 to 10 minutes to update across the entire internet. But your domain is no longer connected to your website. Your domain is now connected to your funnel. And if you want to hop back in at the 2 p.m. session, if you have a hard time setting any of this up, hop back in at 2 o'clock and I'll show you how to make sure it's all connected beautifully.
I'll be back.
That sounds great, Patricia. Any other questions before I let you go today, though?
Yes, I was doing day number 17. It was talking about the style guide.
Yes.
And when I went, where was it? Okay, let me go there. Let's get this out the way. Go to my funnel. And where did it go? I think this one is it. Yeah, this is it. Okay, when it's talking about style guide, there's no style guide up here.
Oh, like you want to apply a style guide to this funnel? Oh, you were so close, Patricia. Exit the editor for me. Go to the main funnel settings, top right. Now we have our styles right down there. Yes. So you can apply a style guide to the entire funnel, and then all the pages within your funnel will use that style guide.
Okay, I was talking about the colors and stuff like that.
That is your style guide.
Oh, I don't see colors in here.
Well, you name the style guide. A style guide is like a pre-made style template where you can set up your colors, your fonts, your sizing. You set up all of that. It's all inside the style guide. So you just have to find the name of the style guide you want to use, and then you can choose it from the list.
So these are all different styles right here?
Correct. Would you like me to show you where you can see all the different styles that you have?
Yes.
Let's do that. Go ahead and close this down for me. And then exit top left. We're going to go to our workspace settings, bottom left. Oh, that was Barnum. Just you can click the X. Beautiful. Workspace settings. And then where are you? Styles, where are you? Scroll down on the left-hand side, that navigation.
Over here?
Yes. And there it is, styles, right there.
Oh.
Yup. So here's where you can see all of your style guides. You can go in there and preview them. You can look at them, see exactly what they are. You have a settings cog to the right of all of your styles. So when you find the ones that you want to use, feel free to go in there and change the names of them. You know, they right now have the names that we gave you with the styles, but you can change the names of anything that you would like. If you scroll to the very top right, you're going to see a button to create a new style. If you wanted to make a new style guide with your own fonts and colors and custom setups, you could always do that as well.
Okay. Alrighty.
Nice.
See you at 2.
Okay, that sounds great, Patricia. I'll see you then.
Sure.
Oh, it looks like Doug has a question. Go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, quick question here. A couple things. Okay, so I got the terms and conditions and the landing page switched over. It threw me for a minute because I had to take the I believe I did that right. I took the page URL off the new pages we created in the funnels, and then I went and put those URLs back in and substitute them for the Zest for Life that were wrong in the
Perfect.
original. You know what I'm trying to talk about, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the original funnel, I guess.
That's
so to speak.
exactly
So,
right.
okay, those are connected. And then one other thing, you know the email sequence that we just launched. You know I already forget what it's called.
The back
reboot or
populate.
whatever. The repopulate, yeah. So I told you I had the 3 emails, and I've rethought. I haven't been having poor engagement in joining the group, so I'm kind of doing a split test now, and it started with the launch of these 3 emails.
Mhm.
I don't need to get into details of all that, but basically, the basically I scaled it back and not really giving them all the steps until like the second or third email. So I already got a response back on the first email that just sent out. It was less than 5 or 10 minutes later, and uh, a woman in the group, she emails me back and she says, um, "Love the name. I'd be a good rep if you're looking for one." If you can believe that.
Oh, I absolutely believe that.
I mean, it's just like, I'm kind of already thinking, oh man, when this gets going and getting crazy, I'm gonna need help or whatever. And I just sent out the new email. I got to look at it. And she replied to me because I haven't seen it. I mean, pat myself in the back, maybe. I mean, my logo is in a banner. It looks good. I got green check boxes. It's clean. Um, the giveaway pictures here, I mean, it looks really professional. And I've already got one person that's, yeah, I don't know what she means by a rep, but I'm continuing the conversation with her. So that's already like a little bit of validation on, at least it's one person out of a couple hundred or whatever. So, you know,
Oh yeah, that's huge. You already had some, and this is the first one. This is the one that we're struggling with. This is the one that we're hitting all the hurdles with, and this is the one that we're sending out emails later than we would normally do. So yeah, I expect more on the next launch. The next time you run a giveaway, I expect you to have more people reaching out, and they're really asking to be like admins. They're just, what they're saying is, I want to be a part of what you're doing here. You can make them group admins and they'll help moderate your group for you. They'll run your polls for you. They'll do all the day-to-day monotony that you don't want to do, and they'll be happy to do it because they're a part of a great community.
Yeah, excellent. That's exactly what I'm looking for because already forward thinking, I want to spend my energy on, the important stuff and it could be a full-time job almost because I know people I've got some friends here that are moderators for local, furniture group in my niche, vintage furniture, and they're, they keep pretty busy just answering pre-approving posts and blocking people and doing stuff and just doing that. It's very labor. It can be very labor intensive, especially when the group gets large and it's not only, 50 people or something like that.
Yes, it can. Yes, it can. But you'll always have those people in every niche. You will always have those people reach out that want to help, and those are always going to be your best people, typically.
Okay, so that's excellent. We can talk about that strategy later. And then just finally, because I know there's another hand up and it's past time. Um, so I know in terms of my Facebook group not getting good engagement, and I spent 2, 3 hours on it last night just trying to get it straightened out and just work with that. Um, and I know it can be spammy and stuff like that. Members can be quote harassed by, people trying to sell them stuff. So I know that Trey does the school thing
Mm-hmm.
and you recommend the school thing.
Mm-hmm.
But how I launched this funnel with the group, it's based on Facebook, based on a colleague that I'm working with.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of his deal. So I'm kind of going with that. But I'm really thinking it needs to be after working with Facebook, I really need to be on school. And Charlie's doing really well. And actually, I have, if it's okay to say, I have a Zoom meeting with him to talk about, he's going to try to give me some advice on school. But even when I went on there, it's like I think you get a 2 week trial, but then it's like a $97 a month, after that. So
Well,
those are all things you have to consider.
they actually just updated their pricing. School now has a $9 plan. That's the plan you should go on, Doug, and you should definitely get out of Facebook and you should go to school. 100%.
Oh, oh wow. Now, okay, $9. Okay, excellent. I'll check that out. So these emails are going out now and they're pushing to the Facebook group. I could change that midstream or I could wait to the end. I could change the links, join our school group. It'd take a little bit of work, but if I could set that up, just would your recommendation just be to start pushing people toward the school group? And then finally, one thing I liked about it is right there on, like, I went to Charlie's page and right there it's like share with your friends. There's like a button right there that you can just invite the people that are on a part of your group and just invite their friends there. There's no having to market to them. There's no sending extra emails. It's just like, wow, this is just like a built-in factory to help generate new leads and people in your community. Just from that alone, it seemed like it was better than Facebook.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's another cool thing you can do in school. School has like a rating system where, if you are the one who communicates the most, you get points. So they have tiers in school, level 1 all the way to level 10. And you could make level 2 for people to get from level 1 to level 2. They have to get
Yeah.
3 friends to come into the community.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. So that'd be like basically, moderators having badges or whatever, like on Facebook or
Yes.
whatever, that people tend
Yes.
to like to have to do
And
stuff like
and
that.
your students get badges as well. So like if when they go to level 2, they get a badge for level 2 and then they get to stand out in the community. And it's also a great way for if they have to invite 3 friends to get to level 2 and they do invite 3 friends from that one lead, you actually got 4 total emails, the original lead and the 3 people that they brought in. What are you getting leads for to your funnel right now, Doug? How much does each person who opts in, how much are they costing you?
Well, I think the Facebook ad is skewed. The data, not only is the pixel still messed up, but I don't think that's right. But when I did the math a couple days ago,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't more than 50 cents. It might even been like 32 or 34 cents when I just divided how much I spent estimated on money divided by how many people opted in. It
Yeah.
was like, I think about 35 cents a lead, something like that.
Sounds just about right. So by you just doing that method and having them inviting friends, it actually gets divided by 4 because you're actually really getting 4 leads for every person you're getting from Facebook. So instead of really 35 cents a lead, you're looking at 8 cents a lead.
Yeah. But the other thing I have to consider is the $200. I mean, it's kind of like apples and oranges. Like, I have to consider the $200 really. I mean, not in what we're doing, 35 cents a lead, what we're talking about, but in the big picture, I got to actually take the $200 for the ad for that I'm paying for the equipment is actually going to just skyrocket it. Does that make sense? Or how
Yes,
do I think of those
100%.
separately?
But next time, you're going to reach out to these companies, Doug, and you're going to have the companies sponsor your giveaway and you're going to share the list with them. And that's why they're going to sponsor your giveaway because you're going to share the list of people that are saying, I want this pickleball package. And then the pickleball company can now add those people to their list and make money on them. So you're never going to pay for a package again if you run a giveaway that way.
Okay. Well, as soon as
Mm-hmm.
I build a community that they think it's worth giving away stuff, you think, or just, people they're just interested in getting out there, whether you got 50 people or 5,000, does that matter?
Yes. The community doesn't have to just be about giveaways. You can have a Pickle Chicks community for Pickle Chicks where you also do monthly giveaways.
Right. But what I'm saying for someone to go on there and on the monthly giveaways would be like, there's a big paddle company called Selkirk. They're really big. So,
Yeah.
and I know they have affiliates, so I would like reach out to them or somebody else. But what I'm saying is, how do these affiliates work with you if your group is small? Do they care whether you have a small group or a large group?
What do you
Because,
mean? What
to them,
affiliates?
what's that?
What affiliates?
Well, not affiliates, but if somebody like, you're saying you don't have to pay for equipment anymore. Like if I want to give $200 worth of Selkirk, equipment
Yeah.
away, how does somebody approach them? And are they more slanted toward, you know, giving Doug $200 worth of equipment for his next giveaway, whether he's got a group of 50 or 5,000 is my question.
No, you're going to reach out and you're going to say, hey, I'd like you to sponsor this giveaway. I want it to be Selkirk specific. The only other products outside of that are going to be the balls that I'm going to be giving away. I'd like for you to sponsor this because I love your brand. I love your product. And I've given away paddles before. I've done pickleball paddle giveaways before, and we have great success with them. So I'd like to offer you an opportunity to sponsor this giveaway. And not only am I going to run ads, not only am I going to spend the traffic and put your brand out in front of thousands and thousands of people, but after the giveaway is done, I'll also share the list of every single person who opted in with you, and you can add it to your list.
Okay, all right. I should have been recording that. Okay, I can work on that going forward. And I think that's it. Oh, final
Sounds
question.
good, Doug. I'm
These are
sorry.
supposed to
Actually,
be.
it's Doug. I'm sorry. It's 12:15. I have a really, really important meeting
Yep.
I have to get to. Lee,
Yep.
I'm sorry. I want to help you. Just come back to the 2 p.m. session. All you guys can come back in at 2 p.m. I'll be able to help then.